Hey Dragos, this is Patrick with Drive Interactive Group. Just wanted to say thanks for reaching out on my Facebook post that I posted earlier about a website audit. So let's just go ahead and dive in. I went ahead and brought up your website here, and quite honestly, I'm not sure what is going on. There seems to be some sort of technical issue in the back end. I've been on the site for, I don't know, we're talking, well, this video is 30 seconds, but I've been here for about 2 minutes. And as you can see, whatever images you have here, it's still trying to load. What I also see are you have images over here that are struggling to load as well. These kind of highlight too, but there's something else back in there. So not sure, like I said, what's going on. We'd have to take a look at the back end of this website. But I assume that these are probably logos to some of your partners here, and unfortunately their logos aren't populating either. So yeah, so like I said, for us to find out what's going on, we'd have to be able to get into the back end of your website to take a look. But I mean, from what I see, it looks like you have a lot of good information. One thing I would do that I think is great is I would have your contact form. You have a contact area here, um, and you have your phone number and your email address. These don't look like they're clickable, so I would make sure that we set these up as clickable. But even down here, your email is, but your phone number's not. So anytime you have a clickable phone number, if somebody's on their mobile phone, it makes it extremely easy for them to get in touch with you. So, and ultimately, at the end of the day, your website is probably one of your biggest digital assets, and anytime you drive somebody to your website, you you ultimately want them to get in touch with you in some fashion, whether it be ask questions, in your niche. It might be talking about the classes or the museum or what it is you have going on. But the whole goal is to get them there and to contact you. So some other things that could help you out as far as rankings are concerned. I went in here and I searched museums, or museum the Woodlands, and you showed up number 3 in the maps pack, which is really good. Anytime you're in these top 3, that's great. The other thing here, let me turn this off. The other thing, let's see, I guess you weren't on the organic area. No, you're not. So let's look into that. So what I did is I brought up this SEO scanner, and what this tells me is this tells me basically what your website is telling the search engines as far as what your website's all about. So the title tag here, this is probably the most important part of your website. What the title tag does is it basically tells Google that, hey, my website talks about this and this is what it's about. So as you can see, you have yours says Glade Arts Foundation. Title tag optimal length is between 10 and 70 characters. I would probably add on to this. I don't know what your main niche is, whether it's the museum, whether it's classes, the cultural center, but I would pick whichever that is. So let's just say it happens to be the cultural center. So maybe Glade Arts Foundation, cultural, and then put a dash, and then cultural center, event cultural center, Woodlands, Texas, or something like that. That would definitely then would definitely increase your rankings, just because then you'd be telling Google that you're not only just the Glades Art Foundation, but you're a museum in the Woodlands, Texas, or your event center, or whatever it is that you decide. Second, meta description. This is where you actually get into a description of what it is, that everything that you do. And as you can see, you don't have anything there. So it's really important to make sure that you put in your keywords. So talk about the cultural center, talk about the classes, the museum, all that stuff in there would definitely help you out. So if we were to go in, let's just search Glade Arts. Is it Foundation? Center. Let's call it Center. Sorry. Yeah, so Glades Cultural Center. Um, nope, that's not you. Foundation. There you are. Sorry about that. So yeah, so here you go. You have the website here, Glade Arts Foundation. You're a 501c3 nonprofit organization. Probably the reason why it's taking that information is because this is where it's at right here, the 501(c)(3) nonprofit. So if you added that meta description right here, then that is what would be showing up right here instead of this. So that's where you could talk about, all the things that you have going on with the Glades Art Foundation. Last but not least, we'll come down here. We have these H1 tags and H2 tags. They're essentially, anytime you have pages on your website, they tell the search engines what your page is all about. So your H1 is basically going to be whatever that page is that you're describing. So this is your home page. So you have two H2s. So you have Glade Cultural Center Partners and Glade Arts Foundation latest projects. I would add an H1 tag somewhere. Maybe the Glade Arts Foundation mission, um, or Glade Arts Foundation cultural and classes or teaching, scholarship, whatever your main niche is. That's what you want to put there. Um, so that would definitely help with your rankings. And yeah, so last but not least, let's see, there are 24 images on your website. 3 of them don't have all attributes. What that means is you can actually label all your pictures or images on your website with certain keywords. So you could name them, museum, Glade Art Center or Art Foundation Museum, or Museum Woodlands, Texas, or something like that. So in any event, I hope that you found this informative. If you'd like to talk further and maybe get more in depth, or maybe want some assistance with trying to figure out what's going on with your website, because like I said, you're having some technical issues on the back end, and without being able to get back in there, I really don't know any options to help you out with that. So in any event, I appreciate you reaching out. I hope you found this informative, and yeah, take care. Have a good day.